Ben leaned against the low brick wall on the corner, smirking as Sophie tiptoed beside him. "That one," he whispered, pointing at the tiny cottage down the lane. "Maggie Dawson's. Go on, ring it." Sophie rolled her eyes. "Grow up, Ben. You ring it." "I did the last one." "Liar!" They both snickered. The street was dim and silent, the orange street lamps flickering over wet pavement. The old houses stood quiet except the one with dim lace curtains, barely swaying. "We'll do it together," Sophie finally said, stifling a giggle. "On 3. 1, 2, 3, go!" Ben lunged forward and slapped the brass doorbell. "Ding dong!" Both turned and ran. Shoes slapped the pavement, laughter echoing off the houses. Sophie tripped over her shoelace and stumbled into a hedge. "Did you see her light turn on?" Ben wheezed, laughing. "Her curtain moved. She probably thought she was getting robbed." Sophie doubled over, catching her breath. But neither of them noticed Mr. Milton, standing silently across the street with his dog, arms folded, face grim. When the two burst through the front door 10 minutes later, still buzzing from adrenaline, he froze. Their mum Anne stood in the hallway, hair in a tight bun, arms crossed. Her lips were a hard line, her face unreadable. "Take your shoes off," she said. Her voice was low. They obeyed. "Sit." She pointed to the sofa. The living room was too quiet. Ben tried a weak smile. "Mum, it was just a silly prank." I know exactly what you were doing." She cut him off. "You rang Maggie Dawson's bell and ran like cowards." Sophie's grin faded. "It wasn't meant to hurt anyone. She's 85, lives alone. You frightened her. Do you know she pressed her emergency alarm thinking someone was breaking in?" Silence. Anne stepped forward slowly. "Do you know how many years we've lived here? How many times Maggie watched over this house when I was away? And this is what you repay her with? Harassment?" Ben looked down. Sophie opened her mouth, then closed it. "You're not children. You're adults now. But clearly your character didn't age with you." She walked over to the hallway cabinet. Click. Creak. Out came a long, polished wooden paddle. Ben's eyes widened. He hadn't seen it since he was 14. "You can't be serious." "Dead serious." Anne pulled out a dining chair and placed it squarely in the center of the room. "Sophie, first," Mum Sophie began, voice soft. "I didn't mean bend." Sophie swallowed hard, stepped forward and leaned over the back of the chair, hands gripping the seat. Whack! A sharp gasp escaped her lips. Whack! She winced, eyes blinking rapidly. Anne's voice was calm, controlled. "That's for ringing the bell?" "Ben." He stepped forward reluctantly, breathed in, bent down. Whack! Whack! Ben's jaw tightened, but he didn't speak. "And that's for running away like it was funny." Anne placed the paddle on the mantel, looked at both of them. "Tomorrow morning both of you will walk down to Maggie's. You'll apologize. You'll ask if she needs help. Groceries, dog cleaning, anything. You will make it right." "Mom," Sophie muttered, her voice cracking. "I really didn't think it would." "That's the problem," Anne said. "You didn't think." She paused. "You are too old to be behaving like bullies. And if I have to discipline grown adults like children to remind you of decency, then so be it." She left the room. Sophie rubbed her lower back, eyes watery, but not crying. Ben didn't speak. The house was still, and the only sound they heard was the echo of a doorbell. Some lessons don't come with warning bells, but when they do, they better be the last one you ring in someone else's pain.